She stood just over 5 feet tall, played a quiet scientist on a famous television show, and made millions of people laugh with just one look or a well-timed joke. But now, Melissa Rauch is making headlines again. Not for a movie. Not for a show. But for how she looks. More specifically, her size. When new photos of Melissa appeared online, people were quick to react. Some were confused. Some were amazed. Others simply said, "That cannot be her." But it is. And yes, she looks much bigger than before. But before you jump to any conclusion, this is not just about size. It is about change, confidence, and how people react when someone famous looks different than they used to. So stay with us, because this story is not only surprising, it might also be inspiring in a way you did not expect. Most people know Melissa Rauch from her role as Bernadette on The Big Bang Theory. She played a sweet but tough scientist with a high-pitched voice and big personality. On the show, she was always tiny, always stylish, and always full of energy. That is the image many people still have in their minds, small, bubbly, and always the same. But that was television. That was a character. And that was many years ago. In these new pictures, Melissa is wearing a casual outfit and walking with confidence. But what caught people's attention is that her body looks much fuller. Her arms, her waist, her legs, all clearly different from how fans remember her. Some people used the word huge. Others just stared. And just like that, the internet had something to say. Some users made rude comments. They asked if she had let herself go or said she looked nothing like before. But others were quick to support her. One comment read, "She looks strong and healthy. Let her live." Another said, "She is not Bernadette. She is Melissa, and she is allowed to change." And that is the point, is it not? Melissa Rauch is not a character. She is a real person. And real people change. Melissa has never been one to chase the spotlight. She keeps most of her life private. But in the few interviews she has done, she has talked about things that matter, like becoming a mother, dealing with loss, and learning to accept herself. A few years ago, she shared the story of how she went through a tough pregnancy and later gave birth to her daughter. She said it changed her, physically and emotionally. Now, with these new photos, people are seeing those changes with their own eyes. But maybe they are looking at the wrong thing. When people talk about size, they often forget what is behind it. A bigger body might mean someone is eating more, but it could also mean someone is healing, growing, or simply not worrying about being perfect anymore. Melissa looks relaxed in the pictures. She is not hiding. She is not covering up. She is just being herself. And maybe that is the real story. Many fans are calling her brave. Not because she wore something fancy, but because she allowed herself to be seen, just as she is. That is something many people are still afraid to do. A fan commented, "Melissa helped me laugh when I was going through hard times. Seeing her now, real and unfiltered, helps me even more." That is the power of honesty. Melissa once said, "I spent a lot of time trying to fit into a box. But the truth is, I was never made to be inside one." Those words matter now more than ever. Yes, Melissa looks different. Her size has changed. But maybe what has grown even more is her comfort with herself. She is no longer trying to look the same every year. She is showing what many people are afraid to, that it is okay to grow, in more ways than one. So what do we take away from this? First, people are not made to stay the same. Melissa Rauch has grown up, become a parent, and gone through real-life changes. Her body reflects that, and that is completely normal. Second, no one owes the public a certain look. Not even celebrities. Just because someone was once tiny on a television show does not mean they have to stay that way forever. Third, confidence is not about staying small. It is about standing tall, no matter your size. Melissa Rauch may not be the same woman people remember from television, and that is okay. In fact, that might be the best part of this story. She is not hiding. She is not pretending. She is just living. And in a world where everyone is trying to appear perfect, sometimes showing your true self is the boldest thing you can do. Thanks for watching. If you believe everyone has the right to grow and change without being judged, then let us know with a like, a comment, or by subscribing. There are more stories worth hearing, and you will not want to miss them.